Hey friends, Hermes the Nerd here, and we are gonna be working on Standard. Oh my lord, my camera's shaking. Anyway, yeah, so Rakdos Demons in Pioneer. Really like it in Duskmourn Pioneer, like kind of what we have. I know we're getting Foundations in a couple weeks, so maybe things change, but I mean, for the most part, should stay the same. Right now, I want to start exploring Standard, given that it's the next RCQ season, and that, you know, our favorite core of cards, the Demon's core, is all Standard legal. So, yeah. Right now, I'm going to be checking out the Rakdos variant. I do want to test all 4 splashes. Personally, I think you kind of can't survive on just mono black. There's too many limitations on just the single color in the format, and the utility lands aren't that great, as well as just like the creature lands are really good right now. So having the 2-color creature lands is always a benefit, and then if you're going to do that, might as well have some cards of the other color. So you're going to recognize a good amount of these cards from our Pioneer deck. Honestly, like, the core of the deck is pretty solid. We are slightly changing some of the interaction suite at the lower end, as well as some of our sideboard to kind of match the meta. So obviously, we're in Standard, so Cut Down is going to take the place of Fatal Push, and we're going to go up to 2 torches as opposed to just 1, and then cut down to 3 cut downs. We don't have any Thoughtseize, so instead we are playing Deep-Cavern Bat. Other than that, I'm not really looking for much more hand hate. It's a much more play to the board kind of format in Standard right now, so I'd much rather have the Deep-Cavern Bat to apply some pressure, lifelink, etc. And then our 2-mana removal suite in the main is a 1 of Anoint with Affliction. Great in the mirror because it can exile the slashers, it can also exile Dread Knights, and a whole bunch of the other cheap recursive threats that we have. Bitter Triumph is kind of a catch-all to include Planeswalkers and, like, the downside, like, we can usually play around. And lastly, Go for the Throat. Just good old Go for the Throat. Nothing really too much to write home about here. And then kind of the biggest change is that we also have, we don't have Fable. So instead of Fable, we are playing Urabrask's Forge. So rather than having the additional card selection and kind of the combo potential that we get out of Fable, sheer pressure. Being able to land this on 3 and just consistently chunking in damage every turn is really, really powerful. And honestly, it works really well with Bloodletter too, because, I mean, doubling the damage. And it's also just a really good mid-range threat. Not a lot of decks have too many answers for it, and it just keeps on being really annoying. Lastly, still on FOMO. Card's insane. Great for selection. All that good stuff. And then our slots for the top end are slightly changed. So instead of having only 2 Archfiends, we're back on the full 4. And we are cutting down to a 3rd Bloodletter instead of the full 4. But we still have all 4 slashers and Annex. A lot of this is the concession of the mana base. Since, you know, Standard has not as good mana, we don't have our Haunted Ridges or our Blood Crypts. So instead, we are running the full 4 of the creature land, as well as some Fabled Passages. And we have 1 mountain to go grab. The idea here is that we're still on 24 lands, and we can only, in order to cast Bloodletter on 4 consistently, we can only spare 3 non-black producing lands. So those 3 are going to be the 2 Fountainport, which is a really powerful value engine, and the Singleton Mountain. Everything else can effectively produce black on turn 4. Blackcleave Cliffs and Vents just come intact. And lastly, you'll notice an interesting one of in the main, Ghost Vacuum. I've been incredibly impressed by this card in basically every matchup as a one of. Of course, against aggro, it's not really great. 1 mana kind of do nothing. Not really going to help you out much, but in basically every other matchup, it's been phenomenal. It's really good. Obviously, any deck that's trying to reanimate is really good, but even in mid-range mirrors, when you're like killing each other's creatures back and forth, this just helps you out so much because it provides you with a way to kind of go over the top. I've brought back my opponent's Sheoldreds. I've also just brought back my own entire combo kill with the Slasher and Bloodletter after a grindy game and just killed them the following turn with the Flying Slasher coming in. So it was pretty sick. Just to note that it does come back with a flying counter, so if the Slasher does die, it does go back to the graveyard, unfortunately, but that's fine. And then, looking at the sideboard, obviously sideboard changes are going to be more akin to what we can expect in Standard, so we have our 3 Duresses for those matchups where hand hate is really powerful. We have a second Anoint with Affliction against matchups like Aggro, where it's really helpful to have that exile effect for low mana value creatures. Edict for grindier games against, especially against like the Reanimator deck that's trying to put Vel'Gavoth into play. This can help get rid of it. Virtue of Persistence, again, this card's really flexible. It can come in for both aggro and grindy games because against aggro, it's going to give you some life and remove a creature. Great against Heartfire Hero because it's going to have less power. And then at the end of the game, you're just reanimating your stuff, similar to Ghost Vacuum. 1 Outrageous Robbery. This is easily the best card against control because you just you're grinding it out with them. You just keep the 1 card in hand, and then on their end step, after you kind of didn't really have much of a turn, you just dump all your mana into the Robbery. If they counter the spell, great. You are open the following turn to probably do something. If they don't counter it, you probably have counter spells and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Other than that, last bit of the sideboard is 2 more Ghost Vacuums, again coming in for, depending on the mid-range mirror, we might bring in 1 or 2 more, and is definitely for the Reanimator strategies that are existing, as well as Abrade and Pyroclasm for additional removal options. Abrade being able to kill artifacts is really good, so we can kill opponent forges. Kind of don't want to do sometimes, because Archfiend's honestly backbreaking, because they're sacrificing a creature every turn. And then Pyroclasm is just really good against go-wide decks like Convoke if we ever find it. So yeah, that's where I'm going to start with Standard Rakdos. I really like the shell. It feels really aggressive, really powerful. We do have a lot of card filtering to be able to make sure that we do hit our land drops and be able to just get the opponent dead really quick and remove everything in the way. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this a run through some best of 3s, and yeah, I will see y'all in the first match. Man, the queue times for Standard are so much quicker. Oh, I haven't seen the Ajani Pixel one. That's actually really sick. I'm not an Ajani fan, but that is pretty rad. They're a creature deck. This hand's great. Like, I just go grab a red source to start, and then I have 3 removal spells to basically do Archfiend into Bloodletter, assuming I hit my land drops. If I do top deck a Fountainport, though, one of the 2, it means I can't cast the Bloodletter in time, but yeah. I think with them going down to 6, this is worth a keep, because I'm going to be able to put them off of a lot of their early pressure. If they play an early creature, we're probably just going to cut it down, and depending on if we draw a land, we might actually just say screw it. Oh, they're in the numbers. How about that? High ranking person. I'm only in 94%, but that's honestly because like I'm not grinding for the numbers. Like I'll take 94%. That's pretty sick, but nothing else after that. I'm chilling. Oh boy, a blue deck. Maybe this isn't so good. All right, keep it a mystery. I don't know what's coming. Granted, I am very much emphasizing black mana. Cool. Alright, so this looks like Dimir probably, honestly, is probably doing something that the World Championship folks were doing. So I'm pretty intrigued with it. Ooh, interaction. Even if they kill it or counter it, like that's perfect. If they kill it, perfect. We just have perfect information. If they counter it, that's fine. Cool. Mastermind. We can kill that next turn. They have a Go for the Throat, a Kaito, and an Enduring Curiosity. So they're going to be able to play the, if we take Go for the Throat, we can just, Yeah, I think what we want to do here is just take Kaido. Force them to use the Go for the Throat to be able to get in with the Mastermind, and then it delays them a turn. Not to mention it hurts them. And yeah, we'll be able to actually remove the Mastermind before anything happens, because we also just have this, which is pretty sick, not gonna lie. Second bat. Though missing the land drops is a bit rough. Cool. Oh, okay, they have the counter spell. Got it. No attacks. Alright, so they're hitting their land drops. We will easily take the trade here. We do not want them drawing cards. Makes their like, they can play Kaito, but that's not honestly that great for them. I think next turn we're just playing Annex if we draw a land. If they just, they're just gonna slam Kaito as a creature here and make their friend bigger.
I've trained with the best.
Alright, so unfortunately that is a big creature. I think we're just too far behind. I'm not gonna bother. Like, yeah, they're gonna be able to start drawing cards next turn. It's not worth it. So here we want the Edict, want the Abrade. Virtue's not really great here. Duress is probably fine. I don't know if I want Ghost Vacuum in this matchup. Like, it's nice, but not amazing. Anoint doesn't line up super well because I mean, Kaito dodges it, and yeah, Kaito dodges it, and the cat dodges it, so we can remove that. Yeah, I think I want Robbery for this matchup. I think we'll also trim a Bloodletter here. I like the Forge, especially given that Forge plus Torch is a really good combo. Bat seems a bit awkward given how much removal they have, so I think I'll just kind of stick to high amount of removal. And yeah, you know what? I don't cut a cut down because some of their creatures are bigger than cut down, so yeah. Man, that was awkward on the draw, and we did not hit a single land for 3 turns, or for 4 draw steps. That's a bit awkward. I know it's a low land count deck, but that still feels really awkward. All right. Let's see how we're doing. First, alright, we do have the awkward Fountainport, but we have the removal, so I think we keep again and start on the mountain again. You got it, guys. Alright, I will fetch before they get their thing. Oh, sick. Yeah, if they attempt to map it, we will kill it, but other than that, we can be poked a couple times. Alright, and we have our redraw. Cut down? Probably. Like, there's... I'm assuming? Yeah. That's fine. Also good, they don't have a free Kaito. Alright, I think we're doing a Go for the Throat before they can do anything, and a FOMO. Is it more important? I think it's more important to play Archfiend here, because it's just big. Cool. And we have a way to exile the cat if they do decide to play it. Sure. Do I want to duress here? Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. And that is why I like red, because that is actually really strong. Alright. They're letting it through. I mean, I wasn't gonna be able to stop that anyway. Result. You know what, let's just play Archfiend and call it a day. They use their mana. Reacher. Dress. That's not very fun. Sure. We'll leave that home. And then, like, we just have good trades here, and we have the 2-turn clock we need. Take 2. Alright, and if we find a black source off the top, yep. Cool, that's also perfectly fine with me. No attacks here. We do not want them playing a Curiosity and getting card advantage. Oh, beautiful. We are not attacking here again because we don't want to give up the card advantage for the Curiosity. That's fine. They'll be able to attack with 1 and they'll get 2 hits if they would like. But I'll take out the rest of their stuff and then we have the slasher available. Alright, go for the throw. They actually do have a really good attack here. Sure, we'll kill that. Yep. Brought 2. Okay, I missed this Fountainport trigger, that's fine. I'm assuming they have something for the... They have to have something for the slasher, but it's... Number 2. You can resolve that. I'll still attack with all here. Okay, yeah, this isn't happening. Dimir has a really good matchup because, like, yeah, we have pressure, but they're a flash deck. Like, I mean, these go quick. I don't even think we're cutting right here. Go really quick. Yeah, that was a rough first match against Dimir, but we'll bounce back. This is really nice because we can go vacuum Fomo Slasher here. Bat. It's a bat. Yep. I'm kind of intrigued. Do they take the FOMO or do they take one of the two slashers? Take a slasher. Right, I think here we're just gonna dump the swamp because we have the cards that we need. Sick. And we have an Annex now to start getting our card advantage engine going. Okay, Warlock. Cool. Alright, I will easily eat my slasher. I mean, it's not blocking anything. So many lands here. This could be rough. It's kind of the only play that we have, so having the Annex coming in isn't great. But you know, we'll make it do. Hopefully we find one of our demons off the top. That'd be spectacular. So we have the mana, like, in 2 turns we'll get there, so. Alright, Jasper. Okay, cool. Let's see what you got. Oh, double Gev, that's hilarious. Sure. Now look at this here. Yep, you can have 2 cards. Ugh. Anoint. Oh, you hate to see it. Though, if I were them, I might actually wait. Until end of turn. Okay, so they kind of have to play it this turn. Yeah, Anoint that. I'm going to be taking a lot of damage here. Oh, you want to give me a slasher? There you go. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll just trade because, like, Dev does nothing. For unlock. Alright, now we have a drain effect, but they have additional card advantage here because they're going to be getting 3 cards a turn. Almost pretty good for them because they can get rid of their extra Gev. But I don't know how much they're attacking right now. 6/6 is pretty good. I think they're only really attacking with the Warlock, because they don't have anything else, realistically. Okay, cool. was pretty good from them. Down 2. So we go Verge here. We go Bloodletter plus Bat. Let me think. So I'm gonna... Oh, that's GG. They just stole so much removal. Alright, so Pyroclasm's pretty good against them. Ghost Vacuum's slow. Anoint is good. Virtue is good. Raid maybe. Oh, gotta love the client just being broken all the time. They have a reasonable shot of getting rid of Bat. Yeah, all their stuff is pretty cheap, so I don't know if I want Bitter Triumph here. I think Forge is a bit too slow, so I think I'll cut down a 4. Upgrades. Yeah, I think this is solid. Let's see what they decide to board against us. Man. Jasper Flint is a really strong card. Easily one of my least favorite cards to play against. Like, why are you giving the aggro deck probably the single best card advantage tool in the format? Like, holy crap. So good. Like, yes, it doesn't have ward and it can be easily removed, but like, they're putting so much pressure and they have the Thoughtstalker Warlock to take, and Bat to take removal, so like, what are you gonna do? They're really taking their sweet time. There we go. First, super slow. That's good. We keep and drop the swamp. That's... Hired. I think we just see what they do. If they attempt to attack with it, we will remove it. Because it means that they get their little, like, what is it? The thing that's basically a Burning Tree Emissary for lizards. Like, that card's completely... It's just backbreaking. Okay, Fireglass Mentor. Beginning your second main phase, lost life. Cool. Let's remove that. And just play a Forge here. Start the pressure. We can take one hit, and then we can just start interacting and removing. Fountainport's also going to be huge because we're going to be able to sacrifice the tokens to get card advantage. Like, one of the reasons why you want to have Fountainport in the deck is for Forge, because it lets you have so much card advantage. Makes the, like, Forge just then becomes a card advantage engine, which is really powerful. Okay, cool. What do you get? Probably just playing a Vine Lasher. Well, end of turn. Yeah, so they just have it this turn. So they decide to Offspring. That's a bit on the annoying side, but that's fine. We're definitely gonna wait till 5. Just get Ritual Chamber online, and I think this is gonna be really annoying, but I think we kind of have to take out the Mentor here. It's gonna be providing too much card advantage. But yeah, now we just have card advantage tools up the wazoo because we're going to be able to Fountainport the Forge tokens, and we're going to be able to Annex. Alright, Mentor, land for turn, deal damage. Alright, Hired Claw's probably coming in. Yeah. Oh wait, whoops. I meant to play my land first. Hiya. Take 3. And I don't think we're going to unlock Annex just yet. I think it's more important to use the Forge plus Fountainport combo, because that can happen, and we don't want to start just being in a really crummy spot. Alright, so we are taking a lot of damage here. Oh boy. Pyroclasm off the top, please. Okay. Pyroclasm. We're dead. That sucked. We really need a Pyroclasm there. Oh boy. Cool. I was trying to tell my friend what was up, but I guess I'm not allowed to anymore. I don't think it lets you do the chat when you're in battle, or when you're in a match. Okay, so yeah. Grab black, and we have FOMO and cut down, and we have just combo for gift. Oh. Kill the hero. Never let them go to the next turn with it. Just always kill it right away. Kill it with fire. Alright, Swifty. This is easily a match where Forge makes no sense to be playing, but... Ooh, FOMO. Anyway, these are times when FOMO becomes in super handy because you can just toss cards that are bad in the matchup and find the ones that work. Being able to FOMO again next turn is pretty nice. Slick Shot and attack with all. We'll block the hero. They didn't have anything. I mean, they just straight up did not have anything. Alright, let's toss second Forge. I'll just grab my black mana now. And no attacks. We're doing fine. 15 and it's turn 4, and we were on the draw? We're doing just fine here. Usually we're dead. Okay, so yeah, I mean we just block each. They have the Lightning Strike, that's fine. Alright, we missed land again, but that's okay. We will drop Bloodletter here. Found land, and we will... Do we torch the damage, or the... I think we torch the card advantage, because if they get something that can connect, it's really good for them. Yeah. We're only going to swing with the Slick Shot now. Ooh. What's nice is that you don't have to attack. It basically, once you have it, it effectively has Vigilance, which is not really a red keyword. Yeah, the cut down is going to do a lot of work there too. So, yeah, we'll take this. We'll take this. Take this. We'll take this. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of these. Get rid of one of these. And one of these. Yeah. Honestly, sideboarding against aggro decks it never feels like it's that hard. Feels like it's just, yeah, cut the do-nothings or the slow cards or the cards that are for us when we're the beatdown and bring in defensive cards. Like, it's kind of what it is. Forge is always really bad then. Hyper aggro. It's a little bit better against Lizards because it does have more of a mid-range bend, but yeah. Oh, this is pretty good. We have turn 1 removal into turn 2 bat into slasher. So we got, and they have nothing. Ooh. I think we'll actually FOMO here. I like playing FOMO because it's a better blocker than bat. Alright, get rid of, kill it with fire. I think we drop bat here, because we want action, and like we have plenty of land drops. Yeah, that wasn't great, but whatever. So if they have, okay, they have second show off, and now they have spells, or they can do stuff. Cool. Oh, beautiful. Alright, so cliffs into slashies. No attacks. Perfect. Actually, I think I'm going to play the passage, because I don't want any more lands. Thin the deck. Even the small incremental thinning is good. Alright, second show off. This Archfiend is going to do some serious work. This could also be a really rough attack, because if they have, like, double Monstrous Rage, I'm dead, I think? Okay, Frenzy. So I take 6. That's fine, honestly. I still think I slam Archfiend here, but it's great that we found removal for next turn. And we don't attack here, because if they play a haste round creature, we want to kill it. Yeah. Archfiend is just such a good card against aggro decks like this. Like, they just can't do anything. Alright, Manifold Mouse. Cool. Alright, so they're going to probably give out Double Strike to both, but I don't... Okay, so they're kind of doing nothing. Alright. Sure, let us kill Mouse. Let's play second Slasher. And I think we go on the offensive. Yeah, we kind of have to start attacking here. They're down on cards, so we actually have a decent shot at closing here. Okay, yeah, just block with the mouse. That makes sense. Clear up, because they weren't even gonna get by anyway. Yeah. I mean, Archfiend off the top, and it's a free win. And also, seeing that they played a mouse last turn, okay, so they're not gonna attack with a Swifty here, because they literally died. Nice. Yeah. Mono Red. Honestly, it's... You kind of need to play a splash in this meta. I don't think monocolor decks can really do anything. Even like the aggro decks, it's a little too restricted. And the mana's so good right now, you might as well. And frankly, in particular, red should always be splashing green because Stormspire Verge is just such a clean, splash card, and you have Copperline Gorge, so you have 8 green sources right there, even if it's a very minor green splash, and you can get access to additional card advantage with Questing Druid and a whole bunch of other things. No red mana, but we have double bat, so we can at least interact. Oh, and this is probably control because they have blue-white. So this is probably a good, probably a reasonable keep because, oh, even better, cool. Let's disguise what we are here. Okay, so this is I. Yeah, this has got to be awful. So this is not as good for us, but not awful. Cool. So they chart a course. They'll discard probably an eyeball. Let's see what it is. I mean, if it's taking this long to decide, it's not a Jin or an Eye, so we're probably okay. Which is good. Yeah, discarding extra helping hand. So we'll bat the one that they have in hand. Oh, perfect. And we have removal. Alright, so they have Partition, Founding, and Moment of Truth. We just take Partition here, because we just need to take the removal spell. Alright, so they're going to mill themselves for 4. Okay, cool. So they have a Get Lost and a Prankster in the bin. I'm guessing they're probably doing second Founding, play Moment of Truth. It's the most mana efficient thing that they can do, and it hopefully gives them access to what they're looking for. Alright, nothing. Cool. Sweet. Second bat. Yeah. Alright, what are you figuring out? I'm assuming you want to be casting Moment of Truth here. There's no other reason why you wouldn't. Oh, what? Counters. I'm happy that I did not play Forge, because that would have been awful. I'm assuming they're going to play Get Lost? Yeah. Cool. That's fine. Sick. So they're playing Get Lost. They have the Soul Partition, and it's Exile and All-Land Permanent. Okay, so they are gonna, yeah, first one, cool. Moment of Truth, doing the thing. Yeah, and they have the Helping Hand in the graveyard, which is pretty solid for them. Nothing in the bin again, which is really good. What do we want to get Soul Partitioned? Yeah, honestly, probably the Forge gives us a... Honestly, we can just map on it, that's fine. I don't want a Slasher yet. We'll see to hit land number 5. Ooh, that's really good for us. That's not so good for us. Alright, and the... Okay, cool. So... I think here what we want to do is... Because Soul Partition will take... let us... You know what? Oh, right, because Soul Partition is cost reduced right now. Perfect. And we have mana now. Let's end the turn. Moment of Truth. Okay, flood me into the graveyard. Alright, once they choose their spell, we will make our choice with the Bitter Triumph. Let's take real life here. They have the Phantom Interference, like, it's not great, but we're fine. And yeah, if they helping hand it, like... Can this dog shut up, please? Lord, it's so freaking annoying. Alright, so they do have Soul Partition. I think our play here... Oh, they just slam Oculus. You got it. Make a 6/6. Your Oculus can't really do much. Backup Jin. Okay, so they're gonna Soul Partition the token. That's fine. Oh, this is annoying. But now we have a good attack here. Take 8. That sucks. Alright, Ghost Vacuum. Hello, Ghost Vacuum. Alright, Anoint is really good against them. Duress is pretty good. Yeah, it's probably what we want. We are the beatdown in this matchup, and cutdowns are really bad against them. Honestly, Torch isn't good either, because their main hits are big. Yeah. Yeah, and then Bloodletter dies to everything because we want to have Archfiend instead. I think we roll like this. It's a bit of an awkward matchup. I'll definitely have to start, like, sideboard's not perfect. There might be some options I can put in instead. Alright, I think this is too passive. That's better. Alright, so we will drop Bloodletter here. It's the card we're least excited about. And we'll start on the Vents. That way we can play FOMO and hopefully be able to start pumping out Forge. Perfect. I'm also interested in all the cards here, so I will toss a Passage in hopes that, like, finding land number 4 isn't super big here. Let's just go ahead and attack here, see if they flinch. Let's play the card advantage. I want the Forge to stick. So if they have the counter spell, that's what I was assuming they had. And their hand's awkward. Yeah, I think we're just going to continue to be mana efficient here. Continue to curve out. Perfect. Alright, helping hand we've been. And we have a 6/6. Cool. Alright, so now let's see what they have, because I mean they haven't actually had much action. Like Picklock Prankster didn't do much. Nothing really. Alright. Now we slam a Forge. I think they're looking for the Phantom Interference or the removal spell for the Archfiend, because if they don't have them, we're kind of just steamrolling them. Yeah, because 9 this turn isn't great. Sure. Dispersal. I think we're not playing Archfiend next turn and just playing second Forge, because now we truly are the beat down. They don't have anything to reanimate in the graveyard. They do have the Mentor though, which is a bit rough for us. Okay, so they partitioned the Forge. Honestly, Mentor is actually great, and they didn't... Yeah. Cool. No eyeballs yet. This card's insane, dude. So many bodies. What's nice is I do not think that they have the removal spell for the Archfiend this turn, so we can block the Mentor. So they're probably not going to attack with the Mentor here. They're probably just going to attack with the 3/3s, which means that we can just trade with one of them and continue putting pressure. We draw a land. We have both Slasher plus Forge from hand, which is really strong. Okay. Let's go Forge. And Slasher. Both resolved right away. Yeah, so the Slasher is really good here. I think... Yeah, I think because we have a 2-turn clock, I think we just hold the Archfiend back. So... It's just no attacks here. They do have Soul Partition or Get Lost if they want for the Archfiend. So actually, yeah, maybe that was a mistake. I should have attacked here because they're just going to be able to get rid of the Archfiend for good. So... Alright, I want to say we are close to dead here. Yeah. Sure, I'll take out your engine. Oh, is this just an eyeball? Yeah. Alright, so I need Pyroclasm off the top here. That ain't gonna do it. This is what they have. Yeah. Actually, did I board in Pyroclasm? I should have boarded in Pyroclasm, honestly. That would have been smart. I like what this deck is doing. I just need to kind of figure out what I want to be doing in the meta. Oculus is really rough, for sure, just because it's so absurdly powerful. But, yeah, other than that... okay. Yeah, this is fine, because we go 1, 2, 3, and we got a good curve. You can either get in their hand, or... You can get in their hand or put up defenses. This looks like a get in your hand kind of game because they are presenting a hedge maze. Yep. Okay, so we take beans here, force them to use Get Lost to be mana efficient, and then they end up having to do some weird play pattern with the beanstalk. Oh, they're not even attacking this turn. Cool. I think because this is domain, we just get them dead ASAP. Alright, spelunking. Cool. Alright. Perfect. Huge damage. Yeah, and now they're kind of bought in to Get Lost on the Bloodletter, which means that they're not doing anything else, and I still keep the Beanstalk hidden away. As well as I just have... Okay, cool. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, so Sunfall's not going to do them any good here. And with Deadly Cover-Up, they... Yeah, because they're taking 6. Yeah. So I'm assuming what they're going to do here is play Overlord to get some blockers in play? Yeah. To get their card. Cool. Okay, let's go... I'm assuming double block Slasher here? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, they are dead next turn to the Forge, so I think we just play card draw here and wrap things up. That's pretty nice in case they play something small. They have the Atraxa here, like, good, then they're in good shape. Alright, they have a Binding. That means that they don't have the Atraxa this turn. Cool. But they do have time. Then Lockdown? I mean... Perhaps? Yeah, I think what we do is this. Alright, so they are... Green, and we have a land. Alright, so they just have a herd migration, which is actually really bad for them. Yeah, and I think they realize it. Alright, so... Oh, we have Domain. Domain's an interesting one. Because what, they just have a bunch of enchantments, I think, because they only have a handful of creatures. Yeah, so cutdowns are bad. Same with torches. Maybe not Ghost Vacuum. Definitely Duress. I don't think Anoint is good here. Robbery is really good. Yeah, actually, I think we want the 3 Ghost Vacuums. That's good removal right there. Bloodletter is going to be... Or they gain life, so Archfiend's is going to be hard to win with. And I think we also just cut a Bat, because it's just super easy to just remove, so okay. It's so funny, like, Domain usually eats mid-range decks for breakfast, but I think this deck has... The aggressive draws in this deck are a little too much for them. I mean, we were able to just play Bat Forge and just go to town, and like, yeah, they had the removal, but they could never stabilize, and we were just able to close before they could do anything. We also have card advantage to keep up with them, and like their lockdowns don't really line up super well into what we're doing. Alright, a bit of an awkward opener, but we have a draw step. I am okay keeping 2 lands because we have 3 playables on this hand, and we'll definitely... Yeah, I think we have to turn 1 Duress, because if they have the turn 2 Beanstalk, there's nothing we can do about it. They do not... Okay, they're playing the Reanimation package. Negate doesn't stop Bat. And, I mean, Binding is annoying, so we're definitely taking Herd Migration here. Put them off of being able to get their Domain mana base under control. And then, since they didn't really do anything, we'll just do that. Black mana, please. I'm assuming what's gonna happen is because I'm gonna bat them this turn, because I do want to take Binding if I can. See if they do anything here. Because I'm not going to bother with the Herd Migration in the graveyard. They don't have anything that has like Graveyard Matters or Delirium or anything like that in their deck as far as I'm aware. So I'm not going to bother taking a Herd Migration just yet. I guess they're probably really thinking about something. Maybe they're thinking about Leyline Binding on the Ghost Vacuum, because I do believe right now it costs 3, because it's 6, but they have... Oh, like, they have all colors except for... Yeah, it's 2 mana, so they have Binding available. Bat. They're probably binding the Bat because they don't have anything better to do. Or are they binding the Vacuum right now? I can see either. Friend, you can play. You are allowed to play. Leyline Binding. Cool. Let me see what you're working on. Alright, they have a Sunfall. They can't cast it on their current mana, so we're kind of chilling. And we're gonna just take it next turn anyway, so... I'm not about to run out the... Actually, yeah, I think we just... Yeah. Take the negate, because as soon as we get the, third mana, we'll be able to start forging, and we do not want the negate to hit the forge. It's really important. So, as long as we hit land here... I don't have anything going on as of right now. I think we hold just because we have so many 3-drops that close. Yeah, I'm not super confident right now. Third migration, sure. I do think we start eating things in the graveyard. Let's take their Sunfall. Alright, and we're definitely going to be avoiding playing around the gate here, so let's just do this. Alright, I would like to discard the Slasher. So we can put it under the vacuum. We finally hit a land! Sure, make some links. Okay, it says your graveyard, so they can't... Okay, let's grab our Slasher. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting some play Slasher. And I think we just hold here. They don't really have anything going on. And what, they're gonna make 2 things? Like, we have 2 blockers. Big Sunfall. That's fine. Still have negate up, which is kind of crummy, but yeah, just in case of any weird delirium stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the land. All right, beautiful. Playing around negate's no big deal, and they have a 5/5, which is really easy. It's just a good blocker here. Okay, get lost. My graveyard. I would like my Archfiend, please. The 5/5 isn't really great. Yeah, I think here what we have to do is we robbery on their end step. Force them to counter a spell. Sure. Or like they just give us something to do, which is perfectly fine too. Friend, you have options. What do you want to do? Like, is this card really that much of a decision for you? Come on, dude. But yeah, here... The plan here is to Robbery and then follow up with the Ritual Chamber. Alright, let's grab a Get Lost again. Delirium. Take the negate out. So if they have second negate, I mean, I wasn't winning anyway. Oh, wait, now they can use lyrics. Make me a 7/7. Oh. Let me look. So I have... Yeah, I'll just put that in the graveyard. The big thing about being a 7/7 is you trade it with Atraxa. So, like, this is actively super huge. So even if they top deck the Atraxa, we just have the way to kill it. Alright, so... Hauntwoods. Easy to kill. They have 3 mana left. Means... I think they're just trying to find another binding here. Which they didn't. Alright, so... First, we unlock. Second, we play Slasher here, because we do want to play defense. I think right now defense is our top priority. Beautiful. Preventing the Hauntwoods from being able to attack is really good right now. Slasher's perfectly fine just hanging out. There is a point where we are going to want to start closing. But yeah, for now we're going to close. Cool. Alright, we are definitely going to wait until they're forced to Sunfall to close things, to use the Ghost Vacuum. Honestly, I kind of want to get a kill spell. I don't really want a kill spell. Okay, you can Get Lost the Slasher or the Demon, sure. Alright, we are getting rid of that. And we'll also grab the Hauntwoods. Beautiful. Okay, so... Oh, and we have a foam one right here. Cool. Alright, Zur. That's kind of annoying, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, they just have lethal. They have too many creatures on board. Yeah. Throw was pretty good for them off the top. But now we're on the play. I don't think it's worth having Anoint to deal with Zur. None of these deal with Zur. Yeah, I think we're chilling. We didn't pop Ghost Vacuum, but I mean, the next turn we probably were going to. Just because lower that would have been. That was, I mean, honestly, more than anything attracts the blockers. Yeah. Hit up. And that's also a good learning moment because, yeah, if they have a lot of enchantments on board and a lot of mana, they can just use Zur to, like, out of nowhere make a board. And if that's what they're going to be doing, we want to make sure we have a ton of blockers, which is what the Ghost Vacuum can provide. So, cool. All right. But first, yes, a bit slow, but we have a really good curve. We'll start on Slasher and then play the Forge, just because there is the chance that we also just curve out into like there's just the chance that we curve out into the combo, and if they don't have anything to deal with it, we just win. Oh, this is I guess this is a tough decision for them. Ew. Alright, well, I mean, might as well exile the land. Nothing better to do. Actually, yeah, they do not have... Yeah, we will get under them with the Forge, since they didn't have Nikita. And then next turn we have Duress to get something from their hand. They do have 1 mana Leyline Binding, which is a bit rough, but that's fine. If they Binding the Forge, that means the Slasher resolves, which is really strong. Friend, hello? You there? How is their game clock only at 18? That's insane. Oh, we love to see the Edict here. Okay, so Herd Migration, grab a land. It's actually really good for us. Means that we can take a lot of the juiced cards in their hand. If they had any. So next turn, they have Overlord into Overlord, and they have Atraxa coming up. Cool. Draw a card. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm assuming here they're gonna Impending second Overlord, unless they have Sunfall. Yep, second Overlord Impending. Alright, this is extremely awkward. this is why we're a Fountainport deck. Whoo! And they only have 1 mana. Woo! Let's go. Okay, cool. This is... I think we're in really good shape now. They don't even have Atraxa yet. And they have another Mistwars here, so... Aggro! All in. Okay, yes, they are preferring preserving life totals here. They're literally just dead to Archfiend. Yes! Yep. Alright, we are back with the wrap-up. Went ahead and fixed the broken client because, of course. Yeah, so far looking good. I think I'm going to continue testing with this 75. I feel like it's in good shape, even though I think we were 2-3. This time around or something like that. We had more losses than wins, I believe. I feel like everything's kind of looking good. Fountainport plus Forge is such an engine, like... I might want to jam... I may actually just want to jam another one and cut my losses on the Bloodletter, just because that is... It's really good. Cut my losses and be a little less consistent with the Bloodletter. Who knows about that? But actually no. Yeah, as I'm talking through it, I think 2 is the right number. I don't want to have too many of them because it also causes a lot of issues with the spells. Ghost Vacuum in the main, not terrible. I can give or take with it. Yeah, most of the cards felt good. Don't think anything felt really bad in any matchup. So far, initial thoughts. I feel pretty decent about this. I like the really aggressive bend that we get because we're playing Forge. It allows us to be able to just go way quicker than any of the other green decks. And frankly, we know a lot of those mid-range decks have a lot of trouble with Forge. Blue, once you land it, they're kind of screwed. Domain, they can remove it, but it's a really good clock for them, etc. Really good with Bloodletter. So it kind of fits the bill there, and then yeah, just the standard interaction instead of the Pioneer interaction at the lower end works out well. Sideboard feels good so far, and yeah. So this is the initial idea for Rakdos. I feel good about it. I think next we're gonna try Golgari, just because I love me my Dread Knights, and also just like Golgari is where I've been until the Demons package really came into fruition. I was mostly on a Golgari mid-range for different formats, so we'll test that out. We'll see what the Demons package looks like when you combine it with Dread Knights, Terra Sunders, etc. So yeah, be sure to do all the fun things, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Hoping to get you another video on Friday as we continue through the week. Might be a bit tough getting something ready for you next Tuesday. I will do my best, try and get ahead of the game, because I do have my brother's wedding over the weekend. But yeah, other than that, hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and yeah, thanks for stopping by.